Real Life Enterprise presents the RLE Cast with Don Warbucks, Bibbs the Don, Chips 150, and Ballistic.
What up, y'all? It's episode 9 of the RLE Cast, man. You already know what it is. Go by the name Don Warbucks. What's up, Ballistic? What up, Core 187? What up?
What's going on?
How y'all been doing, man? What's been going on with y'all lately?
And thinking of a master plan, trying to make these men.
I agree. My master plan is custody at this point, so I'm doing pretty good.
Man.
Custody. That could be a whole hour.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I'm saying? But you know how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all now tuned into the RLE Cast, and y'all know what to do. The number one thing y'all should do is subscribe to the YouTube page. I don't care about nothing else, but subscribe to the YouTube page first and foremost. Click that bell, click all notifications, so every time we post clips and post shorts, you'll get all notifications. You know, you can holler at us. Holler at us also, RLE at TikTok, RLE TikTok, and RLE Instagram also for clips and everything else.
Yes, sir.
This is episode 9 right now. Right now, we're talking about the rise of the corny men. Right now, the quote-unquote corny men. These are the guys that got the juice right now.
Shout out to us corny man, B.
Yeah, shout out to the corny man, you know what I mean?
I never wanted to be corny so bad in my life.
Facts. Back then, they didn't want me. Now they had to all on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
We talking about how back then, we talking pretty much about the way the community sees certain type of black men, the way community sees certain type of urban man that is not the norm, that is abnormal for everyone. And we just want to know, basically, what's the issue, and mentally, what is going on that certain men that are not in the straight and narrow path are looked at as corny or squares or L7s. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a thing that's been plaguing the community for the longest. And I personally feel like it's the reason why the community is in the place where it's at this point, because the mind frame is too indoctrinated with hood mentality, you know what I'm saying, and Negro mentality, you know what I'm saying, to the point where they feel like that's all it is. It's a straight hoodlum, straight in the streets. They gotta be super hyper aggressive. And then we're the ones that get mad, right? When everyone else outside the race look at us as that.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't embrace the people who are quote unquote corny in the first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, the first thing I want to know is, you know, what is considered a corny man in the urban community? You know, what do people think is corny in the urban community? In my opinion, people that think that everyone that thinks someone is corny, especially men that is corny, are guys that are going to school, straight education. When they go get a job, they join it, they get in a trade to get a job, they get in a city job, they're staying out the streets, they don't even want to have hood lingo at all. They have proper dialect when they're speaking to people. They got glasses on their head and everything else. They enjoy things that everyone doesn't enjoy. They like manga comics, you know what I'm saying?
Dragon Ball Z.
You know what I'm saying? They artists, they like to just do different things. That, in my eyes, is corny to people. Because I've never seen someone that is a super hip-hop head with the super swag and super dressed out is known as corny. You know? So that, in my definition, what I see is corny. What about y'all? What about you, Wilson?
I think people view corny as anything that's outside of the norm of the quote unquote hood lifestyle. Like if you're not gangbanging, if you're not drug dealing, if you're not a rapper, like anything that's outside of that four corner box that's considered normality, that's considered corny. Like it doesn't even necessarily have to be positive or negative. It's just foreign. Anything foreign. Like they don't know how to describe it. They don't know how to explain it. So they just dismiss it as corny.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm going to definitely add into that just because of what I went through. And we've seen this before, you know, like in the hood, if you're not like with the latest sneaker or you're not with the latest team or you're not up to date of the hood way of news media, of what you know, they basically add their lives to, then you do the total opposite. They look at you as a square. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I remember, you know, I'm always a person that likes diversity in music. The hood doesn't like that at all. It's
Right.
either this is what's popping and this is what's trendy and this is what we're sticking to. And I've come to realize it's always like a ant farm when you see, like I feel like the hood is already shooken up so in so many ways.
Mhm.
So as long as that person, as long as these particular ants is going this direction, every other ant is going to go into that direction. And I feel like that's what the hood mentality is, as far as like, you know, being that way. So if you do anything that's the total opposite and you want to do and be creative, like I fenced and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and drew
yeah,
and into like, you know, the arts, it was like, oh, he's a geek, or you just wasn't cool. You just didn't get the same play as somebody who came from a family who sold coke and had money, and you know, and if you didn't do that, you didn't get that, you know, that specific look.
my
So
my thing is I try to figure out every day, or try to figure out where does this mindset come from, that
mm,
when you're a black person or when you're someone in an urban neighborhood, that when you do something that is not of the norm of the stereotype that's corny, like where did this breed from? I seen someone on Twitter today say, "Oh, it breed from slavery because back then there was no classism. Like everyone was poor, everyone was black, everyone was going through struggle. So everyone automatically felt like I'm automatically on the same level as you. So if you're on a different level, then either you're a weirdo or um you hate black people. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you
So
said that.
people say that it come from slavery. People say that this idea of being corny comes from the media and comes from
Mm-hmm.
television because all they see on the media, hey, yo, son, yeah, yo, and all the crazy lingo and not someone speaking with proper English. It's not
Yeah.
someone that's speaking or moving in a way that's on a professional level. So they're saying that
Yeah.
it come from there. I looked at my boy, my guy, your ancestor, Thomas Sowell, where he was like, we get a lot of this crazy hood behavior and this crazy street behavior from Southern English white people back in the day because they were the one who had the slang and they were the one who was just aggressive and
Mm-hmm.
they were the ones who moved a certain way. And through that, that's how we became who we became. So there's some kind of indoctrination there as far as being corny is concerned. The minute you step out the box, it's like they don't want you to be put in a different box that's
Mm-hmm.
unique. I hate the word systemic, but it looking like it's systemic at this point. When I'm
No,
seeing
you're
people,
right on that.
yes, you know,
Because it's like if you stand out, if you're different from the norm, you think you better than me? Nah, you corny. Like I think it's a way to just put people down, like not crabs in the barrel mentality. You're gonna stay down here with me. Like anything outside of this, I'm not rocking with it. You corny.
facts.
I wanna add on to the part where you was talking about it is slavery in a way. It's systematic slavery within our own culture, because let's go back to it. You know how they had the gatekeepers, but you know, you had certain slaves that were gatekeepers to certain slaves and they used to watch over them. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's that same type of mentality where it's like, yo, you know, we're all doing this, and if that one black person that disagreed with that particular situation, we don't rock with him, we off him. And it's the same. I feel like that pattern has just evolved in different generations. You know what I mean? It's still the same thing. Oh, this person is superior because this person on the block is this and he has this and he has this particular power. This particular person is not this kind of way. So we need to off this situation with this person because I don't like what this person's not following what everybody else is doing. I feel like it's like that David and Goliath type situation. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If that makes
yeah,
sense. This
yeah,
person's the giant. This person is not shouldn't be nowhere near me superior. And honestly, those people are actually more afraid of that person being a leader, which is
yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like look at Jesus when he started talking the way he was talking. What happened? He didn't follow what everybody else followed.
Yep.
They got scared of him. So I think that's just a part of the culture is general is generation of slavery. It's
Generation
the same
slavery.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also like, just a mental indoctrination. You got people that's been in the hood, been in the street all their life. They can't see themselves being outside of what they've been. All they can see is, this is a street mind frame. This is what I eat. This is what I drink. This type of chicks I hang around. This is the type of music I'm listening to. What is this techno stuff? What is this EDM? Like, don't have this around me. What is this rock? What is this?
Yeah.
Blink 182, Incubus? I don't know what that is. That's weird, bro. You're a weirdo. You're a real weirdo, bro, doing all that joint, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So Dragon Ball Z, yeah, you were definitely. Oh, dude had the Dragon Ball Z t-shirt. Dude is a straight weirdo, bro.
That was me. That was me.
Back in the day, though, if you wore that shit, you was a clown, B.
I wore that with honor, B.
But nowadays it's becoming more normal anime and all of that because the hip hop.
I hate that though.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that because I come from we all come from the era where
it'll be corny.
Like,
it was corny when I was doing it.
Right. Right. You sitting here, you got Dragon Ball, Pokemon. Oh, you play with Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
Word, this is what you doing?
Yeah.
You're a clown. Know what I'm saying? Like, you can't take you serious. And it was like, now that it's so accepted, I've seen people who are like bullies in junior high school, and then like now they're at Comic-Con and all this other stuff. And it's like, you weren't like this. I've been like this. Really? Wow, that's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yes, the guys it is kind of crazy. It's kind of a smack in the face and an oxymoron to see that we've been on that type of time for so long, and then seeing these particular people come in, and they were the total opposite, and now they want to be that particular person now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I feel like, me personally, we need more quote unquote corny people in the society, in the hood, in the street. We need more corny people to infiltrate the culture.
Yes.
It was a sigh of relief, bro. As a dude that was a hip hop head, you know how me and you used to go back. I used to, listen to this Charles Hamilton, bro. This dude talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. Listen to Lupe Fiasco. This dude sound like a straight nerd, and this dude is fire, bro.
Brandon is definitely.
Like
he's talking to me on this one.
It was a straight sigh of relief. Like, that was like the beginning. Like, not really. Like, Pharrell was kind of like the beginning of the nerdy type thing. But
no, they took it to a different level.
Took it to a different level. Charles Hamilton, Lupe Fiasco, these dudes, they took it to a different level where it was okay to be you know what I'm saying, and rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need more of that in the culture. We need people, because it's the corny people, right? They're the ones who's gonna be the inventors. They're the ones who's gonna be the ones to create jobs. They're the ones who's gonna be the one to open
innovators.
And they're the innovators. They're the ones who are going to be able to open up people's brains as far as politics is concerned. When we had that 100%. same hoodlum mind frame, that same, I'm going to wear my pants off my ass. It's the white man's fault. It's this, that, and the third. Like, where's that joint? I'm going to complain about society. But then you're going to turn around and look at that other dude that's doing something different with his life because he's tired of the environment he's in. You're going to look at him like he's the weirdo. No, you're the weirdo, bro. You're the weirdo.
How many years have they been doing the same shit and nothing's changed?
Nothing changed.
Obviously, something different. If we're gonna elevate, if we're gonna improve, we have to do something different. Is the definition of insanity if we keep doing the same shit expecting a different result.
110%. And I'm gonna go off of that too, back to that slave mentality thing, right? Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna put it out there. I was front row seat. I was all for us, the whole 9 yards. And then I started seeing chaos and black people being animals. And then white people was actually leading on to the situation. And they were basically being sheep to the wolf and just doing whatever. And that's when it opened my eyes. Like, all this stuff is systematically structured. I'm not going to go down this road. And to be the smart guy, you know what I'm saying? And saying, you know what, let's stand out and do different. Be that smart one. And do better. But we do live in a society systematically where people they like to be programmed, they like to follow, they don't like to think. We do need more geeks.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So I feel like when black men especially get into themselves and they start to experience different things, it happens a lot during high school years. You're going to be tested. You're going to have you're gonna either fold under peer pressure or you just gonna say, I don't care. Like I'm moving to beat of my own drum. Like
Right.
when were there times that you guys were younger and you've been hit with ridicule like you're a weirdo or you're a cornball? Like, can y'all give me any kind of situations where you think that that's happened?
That was old
Start
time.
you start with you, Paul.
Man, that,
They got it the 100 many times. Yo, I remember one time I went I went downtown. You know, like downtown Manhattan where they used to have like the bootleggers and shit, where you buy the fake Prada, Gucci, all of that.
Yeah, like 28th Street.
They had like the 28th Street. They had like the Chinatown area where they got all the air and stuff like that. And I seen this fly ass button down shirt with a dragon on it. Like it was like the Tenman dragon. So I'm like, yo, I bought like 2 of them drinks. I'm like, yo, I'm about to fresh. I'm about to come to school fresh with the fly silky. It was silky smooth. Bro, I wore that shit. Oh my God. It was a field day. A field day. Yo, I never wore that shit again.
you got flamed?
Flame, son. Flame.
Oh,
What
man.
the hell is this? Everybody else.
You had the glasses back then too, so it's even worse.
Yeah, I had the glass. Everybody had Jabro, Jordans, throwback jerseys, and I'm coming with the dragon silk t-shirt.
Shoot, man. I would think for me, I've never told this story, but I'm gonna tell the story now. Yeah, I've never heard the story. So my grandmother, may she rest in peace. I kept telling my mother I wanted a Coogee sweater. My mom was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you a Coogee sweater." You know, Christmas came, and I opened it up. It's from my grandmother, and I'm like, "Oh, this joint looked like." I'm thinking it's a Coogee sweater, right?
Yeah.
Man, joint was not a Coogee sweater, bro. It was not a Coogee sweater. So I remember, I remember this dude named Daryl. I'm in junior high school. I was on the lunch line. So and he got nothing but Coogee sweaters all the time. He had every Coogee. So he like, I never seen that Coogee before. That Coogee's that Coogie's crazy. So I was sitting there like, just, nodding my head, but in the back of my mind, like, I hope this guy don't look at my tag, because that's the biggest thing. On top of that, Coogee had a tag in the front, underneath, at the bottom of the shirt, of the sweater.
Yeah.
So he like, yo, where the print at? I'm like, oh, it's like exclusive, whatever, right? So
they got this. This one they got it. This is the special edition.
right. So what happened was, as soon as I went to go sit down, right, he violated me. He was wrong for it. He grabbed my shirt with the tag would be in the back, and he lifted the whole thing up with me with it. It was like, this ain't cool, G. This ain't cool,
Yo.
I got ragged. I got ragged that day, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I cut that sweater up.
Bro, he violated you, bro. He straight violated you, bro.
Yo, that's easy, sir.
Yeah, it was terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, yo, I had a few times, bro. I had a few times. Like, I had a time when, early junior high school, I was hard body going to school, hard body going to class, and I had dudes like in English class. I just know to answer the question. I just know the proper English. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this one dude, this Poindexter over here, he think he know everything. This weirdo Poindexter over here, man. And everybody laughing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you think that, damn, I shouldn't even know. I shouldn't even raise my hand or nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? These dudes trying to cut ass on you early. Like, what kind of foolishness is this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
we the only that could cut ass on success.
Exactly.
Oh, my man, you smart.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you know what I'm saying? This dude, Michael B. Jordan, man, he was the same thing. Poor Corny. You know what I'm saying? Just because he wanted to be an actor, because he was on his purpose,
on hard.
Yeah. And now, they was calling him corny, calling him lame, this, that, and the third. Now, he came up, he rise up now, you know what I'm saying? Now everybody tight now, you know what I'm saying? Because he pointed it out, because he let it be known. Yeah, remember, I was corny, now I'm that dude now. You know what I'm saying?
As he should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. And Joe Budden, I'm sorry, but that was that. And y'all both from Jersey. You supposed to be bigging your man up. That was lame.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That was lame. I'm sorry. You going to try to take subliminal shots for home team, like, and you like no disrespect to Joe Budden, but I mean, Joe Budden did a lot of lame stuff in his past, and people forgave it. And this wasn't even nothing nowhere close to what Joe Budden has done in his past. So it's just like, so you gonna sit there and down him, man? It seemed like it was some hater stuff to me.
Yeah.
I give Michael B. Jordan his flowers, man. Like he handled that correctly.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Like he don't black out. Majority of people ain't even try to play with that. Like I'm saying, they already on it.
He was calm, collective, and he got the assist from Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, that was fire. You saw how he caught the alley-oop? That was fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And how he just looked at her, just like, yeah, you interviewing me. You used to be that hot chick. You could tell you could tell how Michael B. Jordan set that up. He looked at her like, yeah, you used to be that.
Yeah.
You try to make a career and it went downhill. You try to be a rapper and went downhill. You have to interview me. How does it feel for somebody you probably did dirty and I probably wanted to date you at one time and you did me wrong and now you got to sit here and stand in front of somebody you could have been rocking with instead of now you got to sit here and be a peasant and interview me. And you should be grateful to even have the luxury for me to even let you do that.
Yeah, he would have went that hard, it'd been a problem.
Yeah,
I'm saying it for him.
All over. He'd have did all that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying it for him.
And if you would have flipped it on the other side, and if it was a male interviewing a female, it would have went a whole.
Yeah, they'd be like, yeah, girl, tell him, girl, tell him.
Like, tell him, girl. Yeah. Yes, and all of that stuff, yo. Yes, bad.
It's crazy. And the thing that bothered me, I be looking at dudes like, you a whole low life, bro. You had nothing going on in your life. Wasn't popping. You're not really popping. Who are you to even talk about him? Call him corny. He top of the line, like. Him, the Nick Cannons of the world,
that's right.
Whoever, even Russell Wilson, even though I don't agree with, the way he lived his love life, that's him. But they look at him like he corny. Like, who are you? You know what I'm saying?
But she's never gonna get no Michael B. Jordan in her life.
He bought Sierra her masters for her birthday, son. He gave her freedom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He bought her masters and said, "You free."
Wow. No, so see, that's some backlash because then, like with her, like I'm disappointed because then you gonna make a so-called independent that don't even make any sense.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The people are tired of that. Like, how you got a whole man? Why are you talking about being independent?
Yeah, I know this is a side note, and I know this has nothing to do with the Michael B. Jordan thing, but I just want to say side note clip just for Sierra. I think that's really corny. You talk about independent stuff and women who's doing this and women who's doing that, and how to get it to how I get it. You got lucky and you got saved and by glory of God. So chill out. You shouldn't even be pushing that narrative because there's women out here that's trying to get married, that's trying to do what they have to do, and you pushing out this poison. Yeah, chill out with that.
Yeah, facts. People really tired of that. Like, it's not doing nothing. Like, we already got. This is like the worst dating pool ever right now. And now you're pushing this independent stuff like it's doing anything for anybody's happiness. It really is not. You know what I mean? Temporarily, y'all think y'all doing something with this fake independent, but it ain't doing nothing. So
There's more suffering than anything.
I think we should probably close off on this right now. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Michael B. Jordan.
Shout out to Michael B. Jordan. Shout out to all the corny people out there. All the corny dudes.
Lupe Fiasco.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Nick Cannon. Shout out to Tiger Woods, all of y'all, man. Shout out to all the corny dudes, man. Y'all getting money, y'all successful, and you ain't corny than me as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
Yo, but you know what's crazy? You know what happens to corn when it heats up, man? Start popping.
That's true. Oh, I like that. You just wrote that. You just made that up. You just made that up. That was fire. That was right at the top. That was fire.
So we about to end it off, man. Where we can reach you at, Cor?
Oh, I'm not on no social media, but if you're looking for me, I'm MIA. I'm blacked out right now.
Press
But
down
don't worry, I'll be back soon.
right now.
Yeah, I'm under construction right now. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah. Well, you could reach Ballistic at Ballistic Everything, Don Warbucks at Don Warbucks Everything, and real life TikTok,
Hold
RLE
up, hold
Cast
up, hold
TikTok.
up. I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize. But if you want to catch me, just catch me when we do the RLE podcast when they want me on the show. That's when you'll see me.
We got really off the grid right now, man.
Yes,
We already know RLE Cast TikTok and RLE Cast everything on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
holla at your boy, man. We out.
Peace.